An array is a collection of data elements and is a collection of variables traversing in linear array. So what do you mean by traversing? Visiting each element of the array exactly once. In every step we have to move back. You will get one new position for allocating a new item. This is called insertion operation. Deletion operation and inserting operation. Inserting means inserting a new element into the array. Welcome back to my new session of data structure. I am Shweta, Computer Science faculty, Vidyashram College, Mysore. In my last session, I have discussed about linear data structure and non-linear data structure and array. What is linear data structure? In linear data structure, data elements are arranged sequential manner. In linear data structure, data elements are arranged in a sequential order. That means in some proper order, all the data elements are arranged in linear data structure. Examples for linear data structures: arrays, queues, stacks and linked list. These are the linear data structure. In linear data structure, each element of the data structure consists of one predecessor and one successor. These are the elements I have taken. In this elements, one element consists of one predecessor and one successor, except this first and last elements. In linear data structure, data elements consist of one predecessor and one successor, then we can call it as is a linear data structure. Except this first and last elements, all the elements having one predecessor and one successor, one predecessor and one successor, and one predecessor and one successor. This is called as linear data structure. All the data elements are arranged in a sequential order. In some proper order, elements are arranged in linear data structure. Examples: arrays, stacks, queues, linked list. And what is non-linear data structure? Non-linear data structures which are not a linear data structure. So the elements are not arranged in a sequential manner. So elements are arranged in a random format. So not in a proper order, then we can call it as is a non-linear data structure. Examples for non-linear data structures are trees and graphs. Trees and graphs. This is called non-linear data structures. They are not in a proper order. The elements are arranged in a random manner. So in linear data structure, all the elements are arranged in a sequential order. And also I have discussed about an array. So what do you mean by array? An array is a collection of data elements and is a collection of variables. It can store multiple data items of the same type together. So array is a collection of homogeneous data elements having same name and same data type. And it consists of multiple data items having the same name together. And array makes it easier to find the position of an element, and array can hold more than one element. Array can hold more than one element. Example 10, 20, 30, 40, etc. Array can hold multiple data elements. We have 4 number of elements: 10, 20, 30 and 40. This is name of the array. And array consists of index or subscript value. So all the index value starts from 0 to n minus 1. This is called as index. So this is the lower bound and this is the upper bound. All the subscript value starts from 0 to n minus 1. 0 to n minus 1, and all the subscript values should be a positive values. We should not consider the negative index values. And array values: a of 0 is the position of the element 10, and a of 1 is the position of the element 20, and a of 2 is the position of element 30, and a of 3 is the position of element 40. So this is the way we can visualize an array. We have number of elements and we have some index values. So array can hold more than one elements. Why do we need an array? Consider a situation where we need to store 5 integer values. So using some programming concept, we can store 5 number of elements using int data type, right? Just assume that if you want to store 5,000 variables, if you want to store 5 variables means easily you can store. But if you want to store 5,000 variables, are we able to use 5,000 variables? To handle this situation, almost all the programming language provide a concept called an array. So it can hold more than one elements. Is a collection of data elements, is a collection of homogeneous data elements. And also I have discussed the types of an array. So we have 3 types of array, that is one-dimensional array and two-dimensional array and multi-dimensional array. And also I have discussed one-dimensional array. One-dimensional array consists of only one subscript value. An array with one row or column is called as one-dimensional array. Array consists of only one subscript or index value, then we can call it as it is a one-dimensional array. And also I have discussed how to calculate the length of the array and representation of one-dimensional array in memory. And also I have discussed the memory representation of one-dimensional array. So today I am going to discuss about basic operations on one-dimensional array. One-dimensional array can perform some basic operations. Which are the basic operations? Let us understand one by one. So first one is traversing. So what do you mean by traversing? The process of accessing each element of the array exactly once. Traversing means the process of accessing each element of the array exactly once. That means visiting all the location of the array exactly once. In detail, I will explain. So next operation is insertion. So insertion means what? Inserting a new element into the array. Insertion refers to inserting a new element into the array. This is called as insertion operation. And next we have deletion. Deletion means removing an element from the array. Removing an element from the array is called as deletion operation. And next we have searching. Searching means what? Searching an element from the array. Finding the location of an element in the array. Searching an element means finding the location of the element in the array. Next operation is sorting. Sorting means what? Arranging the elements of the array in some order. Arrangement of elements is called as sorting. It can be in ascending order or in descending order. Sorting means arrangement of elements in the array. And last one we have merging. Merging means combining one or more array to form a single array. So these are the operations on one-dimensional array. So first operation is traversing. Traversing means access each element of the array exactly once. And insertion. Insertion means inserting an element into the array. And deletion means removing an element from the array. And what is searching? Searching means searching an element from the array. And sorting. Sorting means arrangement of elements either in ascending order or in descending order. And last one we have merging. Combining two or more array to form a single array. So these are the operations on one-dimensional array. So first operation we have traversing. Traversing in linear array. So what do you mean by traversing? Visiting each element of the array exactly once. That means traversing is the process of visiting each subscript at least once from the beginning to last element. So one by one from the beginning to last element of the array we can visit each element. We can find the location of the array. Example, I will take 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we have 4 number of elements. This is the name of the array. So what is the subscript value? Starts from 0 to n minus 1. So traversing means process of visiting each subscript at least once. Process of visiting each subscript at least once. So first one and second one, third one and fourth one. So in traversing, directly we can't jump from first element to the third element and second element to the fourth element. So traversing means visit each element of the array exactly once. So from the beginning to the last. So this is called as traversing. Traversing means visit each location of the array exactly once. So what is the algorithm for traversing? Here this is called lower bound and this is upper bound. So index starts from 0 to n minus 1. So first one we have lower bound and this is upper bound. Here we have to visit all the location exactly once from lower bound to upper bound. So that is called as, we are using the for loop. Location is equal to, LOC means location. LOC is equal to lower bound to upper bound. LOC is equal to lower bound to upper bound. And what are the processing is going inside the for loop? So process A of location. A of location means A of 0, A of 1, A of 2 or A of 3. So visiting each element of the array, each location of the array exactly once. That is the process A of location. So I will consider one example program for process. For I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. C in A of I. So this is one process. So we can call it is a process of A of location. C in means it scans the data elements. Example, I will consider 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 number of elements, that is from 0 to 3, that is 0 to n minus 1. This is lower bound and this is upper bound. So here I is equal to, I will check the condition, I is equal to 0. I is equal to 0 means the condition 0 less than n means how many number of elements I have taken? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 number of elements, that is called as n value. So I is equal to, I will consider it is 0 and I is 0 less than n means it is 4. 0 less than 4. Condition is true or false? Condition is true. If the condition is true means in location A of 0, 1 is located and I plus plus means one value is incremented. So I is equal to 0, next it will changes to I is equal to 1, one value is incremented. So what is the value of I here? 1 less than number of elements is 4. So n value is 4. 1 is less than 4? Yes, the condition is true. The condition is true means in the location A of 1, so 2 is located. In the position A of 1, element 2 is located and one value is incremented. So I is equal to 2. 2 less than 4. The condition is true or false? Yes, the condition is true. Condition is true means in the location A of 2, in the position A of 2, element 3 is located and one value is incremented, will become 3. 3 less than 4. The condition is true again. Condition is true means in the location A of 3, element 4 is located and I is equal to 4, one value is incremented, 4 is less than 4, the condition is false. So here the condition is false. Condition is false means it comes out for the loop. So end of for loop. So after scanning these elements, it will print the elements. We have 4 number of elements. It access, here you can observe, it access each element of the array exactly once. This process is called as traversing. So here it scans all the elements. Here the condition is false means it is end of for. After that it will print the elements. Print the elements means for I is equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. So C out set W 4 less than A of I. Next, after the condition is false means it will come out of the loop, then again process will start for printing the elements. Cout means it will print the elements. Again, I is equal to 0, 0 less than 4, yes, condition is true. Condition is true means it prints in A of 0, it prints element 1, and I is equal to 1, 1 less than 4, yes, condition is true. Condition is true means in A of 1 it prints 2, and I is equal to 2, 2 less than 4, yes, condition is true. Condition is true means in A of 2 it prints 3, and I is equal to 3, 3 less than 4, condition is true. Condition is true means in location A of 3 it prints the element 4, and I is equal to 4, 4 less than 4, condition is false. So, print is unsuccessful. So, this is called as the traversing operation. Traversing means it visits all the elements exactly once. It accesses all the elements, each and every elements exactly once from the beginning till end of the loop. This is the operations of traversing. Here you can observe for LOC is equal to from LB to UB. From LB to UB it visits all the locations, and process will happen using for loop, and after completing the conditions it will end of for loop and exit. This is your algorithm. Very simple algorithm for 2 marks. Traversing algorithm. So, next operation we have insertion an element. So, what do you mean by inserting an element? Insertion means inserting a new element into the array. Insertion refers to inserting an element into the array. Example, you have 4 number of elements, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have index starts from 0 to n minus 1, that is A of 0, A of 1, A of 2 and A of 3. In the location A of 3, you have to add one more element. How to add the elements in insertion operation? I will show you with an example. First, I will explain the algorithm. Insert a n item and position. A means name of the array. N means number of elements. So, what is the item? Item means which item you are going to add, and position, in which position you are going to add an item. So, here we have A is an array with n elements, number of n elements. Item is the element to be inserted in the position POS. POS means position, in which position you are going to adding the element. So, first we have one number of elements. We have number of elements. The location is A of 0, A of 2 and A of 3 and A of 4. This is before insertion. Before insertion, your array will look like this before the insertion. Is there any space for adding a new array? Yes, we have one space for accommodate a new element. So, what is the first step? So, first step, for I is equal to n minus 1 down to the position. Here we have one space for adding a new element. So, what is the item here? Item is the element to be inserted in the position POS. Example, in A of 2, I need to add the element 3 in the position A of 2. So, POS is equal to 2. So, A of 2, I have to add the element 3. In the position A of 2, I need to add the element 3. So, here in the location A of 2, I need to add the element 3. So, what we should do is the element 6 has to move back to the position A of 5. 6 has to move back. 6 has to move back to the position 5. And after that, the next step is, here we have 5. After this, again 5 has to move back. 5 has to move back to the position A of 4. So, your array look like this, and again 4 has to move back to the position A of 3. This 4 has to move back to the position A of 3. So here we have empty space. Here we can assign a new item to this position A of 2. So our position is 2. In place of A of 2, you can assign the value 3. So this is the operations of, so this is called as the insertion operation. In every steps, one element has to go back and you will assign one new element into the array. This is called as insertion operation. So what is your algorithm? For I is equal to n minus 1 down to position. I is equal to 1 minus means in every step you have to go down, and A of I plus 1 is equal to A of I. A of I plus 1 is equal to A of I means here one value is incremented. So here before it was A of 4 till A of 4. I have added one more element, so one value has incremented. So one value will be incremented, and end of for loop. So A of position is equal to item. So what is your item? Item is equal to 3. In position 2, I have added 3. So this is called as POS. So A of POS is equal to the item. A of POS is equal to item 3. This is your A of position is equal to an item, and n is equal to n plus 1. Before it was A of 4, one value is incremented. After adding the new item, one value will be incremented. That is called as n is equal to n plus 1. Before it was A of 4, now it is A of 5. After that, now it is A of 5. So it is A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3 and A of 4 and A of 5. One value will be incremented. That is called as n is equal to n plus 1 and exit. This is your algorithm. Very simple algorithm. Please understand the concept. In each and every step you have to move back. Then finally you will get one position location for adding a new element. This is called as insertion and element. Example, let A be an array with items 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 stored at consecutive locations. Suppose item is equal to 4 has to be inserted at position 2. Already I have explained. Again I will explain with an example. So here we have 2, 3, 5, 6 and 7. Find number of elements. This is A of 0, A of 1, A of 2 and A of 3 and A of 4. Item is equal to 4 has to be inserted at position A of 2. In this position we have to insert an element called 4. Item is equal to 4. So this is before insertion. So you can allocate one more position. So after this, in every step we have to move back sub 6 and give space, given space, and you have to move back. Now it is 2, 3, 5, 6 and one more space, and it is 7. And in next step 2, 3, 5, 6 and 7. Now this space will become empty, and 2, 3 and next I will give this space 5, 6 and 7. Now you can assign a new item called 4 has to be inserted at position A of 2. Now I will assign 4 into this location. Now it will become A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3, A of 4 and A of 5. This is after insertion. That is before insertion. You can observe the before insertion and the after insertion. Now the value, the position value will be incremented. So n will become n plus 1. Before it was till A of 4, right? Now it is till A of 5 will incremented. N is equal to n plus 1. This is called insertion operation. In every step we have to move back. You will get one new position for allocating a new item. This is called insertion operation. So next operation we have deleting an element into an array. So what do you mean by deleting? Deleting means removal of element, removing an element from the array. Deleting an element into an array. Deletion refers to deleting an element from the array. Based on the requirement, element can be deleted at the beginning, end or any given position of array. If you wanted to remove the beginning element, you can delete, or end element or position of, it depends upon the position of an array. And when an element is to be deleted from a particular position, all the subsequent shifted into the lower order position. When an element is to be deleted from a particular position, all the subsequent shifted into lower order position. I will show you. So what is the lower order position? Example, let A of 4 be an array with items 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. This is a given array. A of 0, A of 1, A of 2, A of 3 and A of 4. And suppose an item 30 has to be deleted. An item 30 has to be deleted at position A of 2. Suppose I want to delete an item 30 from the position A of 2. How to delete an item 30 from the position A of 2? So here, so what is your item? Item is equal to 30. Position is equal to 2. A of 2. Move number 40 to the position 2. So what is the first step? Please observe this. After this, we have to delete one item, that is 30. You just delete this item in the position. A of 2, I have deleted the item 30. So here I have deleted the item called 30. This block becomes empty and 40 and 50 is there. So this block has become an empty. After that, you have to shift this 40 to the position called A of 2. After deleting an item, you just shift this 40 to the position A of 2, that is, have shifted 40 to the position A of 2 and this will become an empty. And next we have A of 4, that is 50. After that, we have to shift this 50 to the empty block called A of 3. Shift this 50 to the A of 3 block. So it will become 10, 20, 40 and 50. Here I have deleted the item called 30. In every step, one item has to shift to lower order position. So here the given array is A of 0 to A of 4. After deleting an item will become A of 0 to A of 3 only. In every step, all the subsequent shifted to lower order position. Now it is A of 0 to A of 3. This is called as deletion operation. In every steps, we have to observe the position. One position will shift it to lower order position. So A of 2, I have deleted the item called 30. So here I have shifted the item called 40 to the position A of 2. After that, I have shifted 50 to the position A of 3. Now the final answer will become A of 0, A of 1, A of 2 and A of 3. So I have deleted one item called 30. 30 is my item. Item is equal to 30. POS is equal to A of 2. This is called as deletion operation. Example, how to write the algorithm. Algorithm for deletion operation. Here A means is a array. A is an array with n elements. Item is a element to be deleted. Here we are going to delete one item from the given array. Item is a element to be deleted in the position POS. In which position you are going to delete an item, that is called as POS. And it is stored into variable item. First step, item is equal to A of position. So item is, here I have deleted 30 and in which position? In A of 2 position, right? In example problem, I have deleted the 30 item in position A of 2. So second step is, for I is equal to POS. I is equal to POS down to n minus 1. So here one value has to be reduced, that is n minus 1, from I to n minus 1. And A of I is equal to A of I plus 1. and end of for loop. After the deleting an item, we'll go back to the loop. And step 3 is n is equal to n minus 1. And why n is equal to n minus 1? Because here before it was 0 to 4, location a of 0 to a of 4. One item have deleted. Before it was from a of 0 to a of 4, right? Have deleted the item called 30. After that, this a of 3 element will go to the a of 2 and a of 4 element will go to the a of 3. So, n is equal to n minus 1. 1. So, it's reduced one position, a of 4 to a of 3, a of 3 to a of 2. Now, the index starts from 0 to 3. A of 4 become empty. Before it was 0 to 4. Now, after deleting an item, the locations are 0 to 3 only. So, that's why we can use the formula n is equal to n minus 1. So, here n is equal to n minus 1. 1 is decremented and exit. This is your algorithm for deleting an element from the array. Very simple concept. Deleting means removal of an element, removing an element from the array. Insertion means inserting an new element into the array. So, this is called deletion operation. So, today we learned traversing operation. Traversing means it visits each location of the array exactly once. So, it will visit each and every location of the array exactly once. And also I have discussed deletion operation and inserting operation. Inserting means inserting a new element into the array. Deletion means deleting an element from the array. Very important operations I have discussed today: traversing, insertion and deletion operation. In my next session, I will come with a new operation called searching operation. Thank you.